As the days passed, the roommates found solace in one another's presence, a fragile refuge from the encroaching darkness of the city outside. Venturing into the streets became a rare and daunting event, avoided unless absolutely necessary. Each evening, Izzy found himself drawn to the church balcony, where Grace's soulful singing filled the air. Her voice resonated deeply, bringing that same sense of peace he had felt the first time he heard her. Out of curiosity and a hint of longing for what is truth, he stayed after the songs ended, listening to sermons as the sanctuary filled with more seeking souls. Lou's voice echoed through the dimly lit space, his words carrying weight that pressed hard on Izzy. What men are waiting for is a man that's heard from God. These words, and many others, to Izzy's surprise, resonated. But as the sermon continued, Izzy's focus shifted. His gaze was drawn to the figure of Christ on the cross. It was illuminated faintly in the sanctuary's flickering candlelight. The image offered a quiet yet persistent comfort, stirring something unfamiliar deep within him. He didn't understand it, but he didn't look away.
Ira and I both owe these two men, Lou and Luke, our very lives.
There, see? It may not have to come to blackmailing him. He credits you for saving his life.
There's a brief silence as Grace smiles at Lou, a gleam of triumph in her eyes, like she's just hooked the biggest catfish of her life. Grace's smile is a trap, and Lou knows it. She thinks she's reeled him in, but Lou's conscience is stronger than her bait.
Well, what do you say?
Grace, let me ask you something. How is what you're suggesting any different from Izzy? Your insurance policy? Also in man, not God. Izzy is lost, but I know he is searching.
And you think just contacting him ruins that? Maybe it's just what he needs to wake up. Look around, Lou. This isn't the world we knew anymore. We're all just trying to survive.
Listen, Grace. Izzy's position as high priest, I don't know if he stepped into it in truth or pretense, but it could lead him to something greater. God has all he needs to wake Izzy up, laid out right in front of him.
Lou's words hang heavy in the air, but Grace isn't swayed. She sees an opportunity for survival, a way out of the nightmare they've both found themselves in. But Lou's faith runs deeper. He knows the storm isn't just around them. It's within them.
Izzy knows the truth. The question is whether he lets the traditions of men hold too strong a sway over him. He has to make that choice.
I'm not ready to die. Not yet. If we can escape this God-forsaken place and get to Israel, we might still have a chance.
You think running will save us? Grace, the moment we put trust in anything but God, we've already lost. What's waiting for us in Israel? Peace? Safety? Or just more of the same chaos, only with a different name? We know the prophecies. Their peace and safety is nothing but a temporary facade.
I don't know. Maybe there's nothing there but more heartache and more storms to weather. But I can't just sit here waiting for death to find me. Can you?
Lou pauses, staring at Grace.
I believe he doesn't want us to throw our lives away when there's still a chance, any chance, to survive. Even the unjust manager was commended for being shrewd. Streetwise people, well, they survive because they know how to adapt. We're called to be just as smart, but for what is right. This tape, this confession, it could be our way out. I'm not asking as someone who's lost her way, but someone trying to find it. Please, Lou. I just want a chance to survive.
Grace's words cut through Lou's steadfast resolve, forcing him to face the growing weight of their circumstances. The tape felt heavier now, not just as a tool for survival, but as a test of his faith in a plan perhaps far greater than his understanding. The dog barking outside interrupts the tension. Both freeze, their eyes darting to the door. This time, Grace is equally quiet. It isn't just Lou's paranoia. A faint rustling outside of a car driving up the driveway sends chills through the room. The sound unnervingly close. The dog barks. Lou moves towards the window cautiously, peering out through a crack in the curtain.
We're out of time.
Their hiding place has been discovered. The authorities, corrupt and relentless, have tracked them down.
We need to move. Now.
The sound of footsteps grows louder. Then, the sound of boots kicking the door open. Chaos erupts.
Run, Grace!
Grace scrambles out through a side door. Lou turns to flee, but doesn't make it far. A heavy blow from a rifle butt strikes his head, and the world spins into darkness as he falls to the ground, unconscious. One evening, a low, steady hum sounded from Luke's laptop, and it mysteriously powered up. Suddenly, the screen displayed a single word: processing. Then, a pop-up box appeared. This computer is being audited by the Inspector General staff.
Hey, guys?
Said Luke, watching in shock. The excitement in the room swelled with each notification sound, building suspense as more pop-up boxes appeared on the screens. The computer screen lit up with a satellite image of the globe. Slowly, the image zoomed in until the entire planet filled the display. A voice narrated over images of destruction and chaos. 2 weeks ago, a mysterious lightning storm swept across the globe, claiming millions. Their worst fears were confirmed, as the video revealed a global catastrophe. The images depicted nations in turmoil and the chain reaction of crisis that followed. Aid efforts are stalled and communications remain severed in the hardest-hit areas. A global initiative is underway to restore order and stability. The broadcast portrayed massive human suffering and profound shifts of power around the globe. Some countries were crippled, while others were not so as affected. "We're going to pull together and see great results," said the narrator. The short broadcast ended, but after a few moments it started all over again. Luke thrust the laptop into Izzy's hands and said,
"Come with me."
They rushed outside where a crowd quickly gathered. The broadcast repeated, a chilling loop that filled the streets with a mix of laughter, sobs, and cheers. Izzy stood in the midst of it all, tears in his eyes, as the raw, desperate joy of the crowd surrounded him. A stranger turned to Izzy after watching the broadcast, hugged him, and then sprinted off shouting, "Help is on the way."